I can't believe that this is an official English dub licensed by Crunchyroll. And before we go any further, just listen to how unhinged this is, and then we'll talk about it.
Pull me out.
What?
Looking like I'm stuck down here. Don't make me say the step-bro meme.
Yeah, I want to reinstate the fact that this is licensed by Crunchyroll. This is an official English dub by Crunchyroll. They straight up, they made this dub. They got the voice actors together to say these lines. They wrote the script and everything. It is honestly just so hilarious to me because it's like, with all the L's and all the negativity that surrounds Crunchyroll, with all the constant L's they take to either bad translations, no translations, AI translations, no AI translations, to agenda pushing, you get the point. Basically, somehow, all the stars in the cosmos aligned to create this existence of Alya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian, the English dub. And it is perfect, man. Like, this is... The VAs, especially the sister character, understood the assignment, understood how unhinged her character is, how she is aware of the fourth wall, how she thinks she's in a visual novel, how she is a huge nerd and anime and manga fan. The voice actor 100% understood what type of character this was and brought her to life into English-speaking countries. It is just such a magical experience, man. This is legitimately a good English dub. This is one of those examples of a very rare Crunchyroll W. I don't congratulate Crunchyroll a lot, but I will give them a W when they deserve it. And this is one of those examples where it is uncensored, unfiltered, even more unhinged than the original Japanese version. And there is some differences, which I'll get into. There's some, like, localization type stuff. But overall, it is a fantastic English dub that, honestly, I'm just genuinely impressed with. Like, it's not just the VA obviously voicing this character, like the sister character, the other characters, but it's also whoever was in charge of writing the English script, whoever was in charge of picking the voice actor for each individual role, whoever was in charge of all of this, they need to keep doing so, because this is just straight up high quality work, and what I would want from an English dub. Like, if I was to watch an English dub and not watch the Japanese version, this is what I would want, because this is keeping true to the narrative and the theme and the vibe you get from the original, but it's in English, and I think that, you know, that is the best way to handle an English dub. So let's get into some of the changes first, okay? Let's talk about that, and, like, you know, how there is some localization that has happened, but it's actually on the positive side of things instead of the typical or the usual agenda-pushing nature. So one thing in particular with this show is that the sister character, she says brother in the Japanese version. She always says that. Like, she'll say brother in English. And it comes off very different, and obviously it's for comedic effect by the way she says it in the Japanese version of the anime. So in the English version, obviously, to have that same weight, that impact with the gag, the joke of the sister saying brother, she couldn't say brother in English, she needs to say it in the opposite. Oni-chan. She needs to say it in Japanese. And I think that is where the magic comes to play here, is that obviously this is definitely a difference from the script technically, because obviously it is said in English in the Japanese. But if we were to factor in, if this character was in fact an English speaker, she probably would say Oni-chan instead of brother, because she is a big nerd. She reads manga, she watches anime, she plays games, she plays visual novels, so obviously she would say Oni-chan instead of brother. So this is that rare example where a localization makes sense. This is what you should do. To adapt a joke in a different language, obviously that's what they had to do. They had to change some things to make the joke fit proper. And I think that there is a lot of skill and a lot of effort behind the scenes to be able to do something like that. Because when it comes to jokes, when it comes to certain line delivery, and you transfer it to a different language, the line delivery in the jokes might fall flat. They might not come off the same way or be that funny, because obviously just different languages have certain ways of telling jokes. But obviously whoever designed this script, and it's not just the VA's job to voice the script, but obviously whoever wrote the script out, they truly understood the jokes and comedy, and they wanted to deliver them in English in the best of their abilities. And obviously, there was a lot of effort and a lot of, I guess, faith put into the voice acting cast to be able to deliver this. And obviously, the reaction to this dub, there's a lot of people reacting to this. I posted this literally an hour ago, and you can already see so many people reacting to this and all that, and finding out for the first time about this dub, and not even realizing there was either an Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian dub, or just, you know, this is the first time they've heard episode 5's dub, and it really comes off just unfiltered. Like, listen to this clip.
You otaku!
I know you are, but what am I? With that being said, then service time. Yeah.
What the hell are you even looking at?
Who else? Gotta flash the camera, dumbass.
At least my ass is covered!
Well,
Now, I will say that there is a lot of people that will be quick to, like, write off an English dub, because obviously most people will just watch the Japanese version, and they won't ever think twice about another language version of a show. But I will say that Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian is just, it's such a good dub to where, like I said, all the stars aligned to make this the best it possibly could. Like, the whole team that's working on this truly does love anime. You can feel their passion, at least in the way the dub is delivered, and I appreciate that. I can definitely tell that they're anime fans, and they're not just doing it for money, but they're doing it because they love what they do. And I think that that definitely should be acknowledged, and a lot of praise should be given to the VAs for that in the first place. And once again, this clip here, man, so unhinged. Such an unhinged clip, dude. Like, being aware of the fan service and stuff, it just... I love the show. It's a good show. So, I'm going to wrap it up there. To make a long story short, watch Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in dub if you haven't already. I know if you've already watched it in Japanese, you might not want to rewatch it. But do yourself a favor, watch it dub. You might enjoy it, you might not, who knows. But it could be something that could tickle your interest. It might make you actually appreciate dubs a little bit more by the way jokes and stuff are delivered in shows that don't obviously care to deliver the jokes in a proper way to shows that actually do care. And this is a good example of that. So, be safe, stay healthy, love you guys, Chibi out.